What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at IMOT 2025, which is an international motorcycle fair here in Munich in Germany. I want to show you some snippets and all of these impressions that I got from being there, all of the new bikes, and let you know what I think about each and every single one of them. Show you some of the locations, show you some of the vendors, the stuff you can purchase and everything. Just giving you, a quick little look at what to expect if you want to visit this maybe sometime next year, Just quick disclaimer. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend is going to be modeling most of the bikes, and I asked her to actually take a seat on most of the bikes, so the person you're going to be seeing there is my girlfriend. I think the bikes look much better on her than they do on me. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know what you think about the new bikes, the 2025 models, and we're pretty much getting started with Yamaha, because I think they have the nicest facelifts this year. Alright, so we're looking at the Yamaha R3, which starts at 7,299 euros. It does have a 2025 facelift, and in my opinion, it looks insane for a 300cc bike. Let's move to the Yamaha MT-07. In my opinion, this is probably their weakest bike at the moment. In comparison to the MT-09, it just doesn't hold its ground. Speaking of, look at those headlights. Man, what a sick looking bike. Actually didn't have an R1 that you could sit on. They only had this racing R1 GYTR. I'm not sure why they even displayed it. I'm assuming because you obviously can't purchase it anymore. But anyway, let's move on to the moment everyone has been waiting for. The new Yamaha R9, which I'm hopefully going to be test riding and making a video about in March. But look at this bike. Initially, I didn't like it at all, and it's starting to grow on me. I'm starting to like it a lot more. Personally, the blue looks much, much better. I think a lot of people are going to buy this bike. Honestly, heed my words. I think it's super underrated at the moment. People have been getting very mad about it, but if you look at it close up, it looks really nice, and I think that's what people are going to be looking forward to. And of course, this fair isn't only about motorcycles, but you can also purchase helmets, gloves, entire leather suits. You can get them fitted, you can get merch, you can get jewelry, all kinds of stuff. You can try on helmets, and you can get some really good deals on them. I was actually looking forward to get a Shoei NXR2. Some models were off up to 499 euros. Sadly, I'm a broke boy, so I didn't pick one up today. Let's move on to Ducati. They actually had a really cool presentation for this Street Fighter with a Supreme livery. Personally, I would never purchase it this way, but it was looking so cool. Sadly, you couldn't sit on it, but the rest of the bikes look pretty cool as well. So let's get into the first bike, which will be the new Diavel. I mean, would you look at this beast? Like, holy shit. What the fuck are those exhausts? What is that? That looks so cool. If you want to listen to it, check some Diavel videos on YouTube. It sounds crazy and it looks absolutely insane. Definitely not my type of bike, but I appreciate how good it looks. And yeah, excuse my vertical filming, but they just didn't have enough room there. It was so crowded. Unfortunately, they didn't have the V4 for the Street Fighter and the Panigale at IMOT, so this is the V2 Panigale without the winglets. What do you think? If you haven't been to IMOT, it's definitely worth giving it a try next year. Admission, unfortunately, is a bit expensive with 19 euro per person, but you get to see a lot of stuff. You get to, sit on a lot of stuff, and there's also a lot of events going on. Right, so this is my winner of today's fair. This is the CFMOTO 675 SRR, and in my opinion, the most ridiculous newcomer bike ever. It starts at 7,500 euros, and it has so many features. It has 90 horsepower, it comes with a quick shifter, it's a super sport bike, and it looks absolutely incredible. If you're looking for a bike, and you want to save a bit of money, go with CFMOTO. At the moment, I've only heard good things about it. We're still to see, long time experiences, but it looks so good. Let's move on to BMW. Personally, I think the S1KRR is super overrated, but in this police livery, I really enjoyed this bike. It was so nice to look at. It was such a unique design. I just fell in love with it. Looks really cool. What do you guys think about it? They had this section where they had a S1K RR propped up at a lean angle, and you could sit on it and take a picture. I thought that was a really cool idea. Unfortunately, she can't get her knee down quite yet. I don't know, man, but I think the M1K RR is one of the ugliest bikes to exist, and I have no idea how people can actually spend that kind of money on such a hideous looking bike. But you do you, man. There's a bike for everyone, right? Up next, this is actually the bike that we're both looking to get in the future. The Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. I think the new color for the 2025 model looks absolutely incredible, and this is also the one that I'm going to be test riding in March. I am so excited. Also a bit scared, as I said in my last video, because I'm scared that I'm going to fall in love with it, but I think it looks dope. In comparison is the ZX10R, which I think is also one of the most hideous bikes on the market at the moment. I think if you look at the front of the ZX10R, I just don't know what they were thinking. They have the perfect design with the ZX6R, and they thought, you know what, let's take a shit on it. It's really cool that they had this station where you could sit on a bike and play a video game where controlling the bike in real time actually does stuff in the video game. It seemed like it was very delayed, but it's still fun. Right, so the Honda segment. I mean, this bike you guys recognize. This is my girlfriend sitting on the 500R. Actually, a really cool looking bike as well. If you think about it, looks pretty clean. And then we have me sitting on a Honda Monkey. I'm about 190, so this thing is just super tiny on me. It would be really fun riding this thing around. Maybe I'll test ride it one day. Here you can see, of course, the CBR 1000 RR Fireblade SP. Beautiful bike. In my opinion, incredibly overpriced. And the 600RR, which is the little brother or little sister. And of course, I could have gotten this bike, but I chose to get the CBR 650R instead. And of course, one of the best bikes of 2025, the Hornet 1000 SP. The design, amazing. Looks very much like a Street Fighter. It's just beautiful. Honestly, I want to ride it. So, if you guys have stuck with the video until now, we're moving into the next haul, which is going to feature Suzuki. I've done a review video on the GSX-8R already, and I've already spoken about my disdain with the bike. I personally don't like it. I still think now it looks pretty good. It's grown on me. I still think technically the bike is pretty bad, but let's get into these impressions for these bikes. Of course, I started on a Suzuki, so I will always love this brand. And as a matter of fact, now that I've seen the silver one in front of me, I think this is the best color combination you can get for this bike. The red rims and the red accents, absolutely amazing looking. I did like the blue as well, but the silver one just goes way better with the rest of the bike. That does look nice. Boomer bike, I mean, yeah. Sorry to all the boomers watching this. Let's look at something that's not quite as ugly. The GSX-S 1000. Also, very cool looking bike. Also didn't like it initially. But the new Suzuki design is, overall grown on me, I think. This one actually is pretty funny because the Hayabusa weighs like 250 or more kilo, and she is about 156. So this absolute unit of a bike, man, she wouldn't even be able to turn. This was the booth for Raximo or MTP Racing, which make a lot of different bike parts you can customize, and they had this sick, I think it was an MT-09, don't judge me if I'm wrong, fully customized with parts, and it looked incredible. It just goes to show how much you can do to your bike. Put some impressions together with different bikes, and first up they had this F900 GS with this cool livery. Personally, ugly as hell bike, would never in my life buy one, but the design looked pretty cool, Here we had some Royal Enfield bikes, super classic bikes. I think there's a very certain type of rider for those, and I don't think it's me. But still, I appreciate how they kept the timeless look for the bike over all these years. You know, it's like kind of bikes that you would ride around like World War II and stuff. So yeah. Up here we have some more customized bikes. There was this booth that would actually work on all types of bikes from all types of brands and fit it with carbon and customize it even further. Last but not least, we have the two bikes that I think are actually worth taking a look by Triumph. The first one is the Street Triple RS in this beautiful yellow golden color. One of the most amazing colors I've seen for a bike so far. Initially, I didn't like the B look, but if you look at this, it actually looks like Bumblebee. Yeah. And of course, we have the Daytona 660 in its new special livery. I already made a video about this bike. If you want to know my opinion, I really love this bike. I think it's a fantastic motorcycle for anyone who wants to choose between the CBR, the Daytona, the GSXR. Just take a look at it, ride it. It's so fun. That's pretty much it. It wraps up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my impressions. IMOT 2025 was pretty fun. I'm a bit disappointed that they didn't offer very good prices for items. Hopefully next year they will have even more new bikes to show. But up until then, I hope you guys, got some new ideas about the bike you might be looking forward to. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.